It was when you turn around the labels and you see 17 grams added sugar per serving, 15
Hmm.
grams added sugar. It's just even, by the way, if you go to like Whole Foods, Natural Grocers, Trader Joe's, you'll see all these what you would consider healthy options, and then you turn the
Hmm.
yogurt over and it's got 12 grams added sugar.
Yeah.
It's kind of
And
wild. So,
you go to like another, like I was in England a couple months ago, and you turn over the ingredients of it, and like orange juice is just orange juice. In the United States, it's like orange juice with these 10 other things that you have no idea. Not to mention some added sugar, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Um,
funny.
and I think a lot of it has to do, it's hard to undo, but the industrial age and mass production and
Right.
laws as well, like what farmers or producers have to have ingredient wise. I have no idea really what all it goes into, but it wasn't like an overnight thing why we have,
Well, it's if you go back to World
and
War
it's
II,
cheap.
yeah, if you go back to World War II, that time, the 30s, 40s, we were trying to solve because back then you were still hunting for most of your food. Right. So we were
Mhm.
trying to solve the problem of mass population eating, not
Yeah,
starving as a country. And so we did
exactly.
that. I actually don't think it was as ill intentioned as, it's kind of been thrown out there. I just think we
No, no,
solved
no,
it.
I don't think so.
And then you're like,
Well,
man,
that's what
we
I'm
eat a
saying.
lot, we like things
It's so
sweeter. Yeah,
nuanced.
correct.
It's very nuanced, and it's hard to fix when you know it's got so many moving parts. Um, but yeah, but definitely, and just going back to longevity a little bit, with the peptides. Another thing, right? As I say, like I'm a big fan of peptides, and I prescribe them to patients, and I make custom plans for them. The GLP ones are another custom plan, and there can be a lot of benefits, and there can be a lot of negatives. And so when I counsel patients, it doesn't matter if you lose weight. Sorry. It doesn't matter if you lose weight with a peptide or without a peptide, your body wants to lose muscle.
Hmm.
Okay. And so GLP 1s have this bad rap, like people lose so much muscle. Well, yes, because a lot of people are getting it dosed incorrectly. They're getting on it. They don't exercise, and they're losing weight too fast. They're dropping 10, 20 pounds in, you know, a month. And so what I counsel my patients on is you want to exercise a minimum of 30 minutes 3 times a week to maintain the muscle mass that you have on the GLP-1. I still want a safe weight loss goal so that we keep it off, which is depending. If I have a really, really like obese patient, 2 pounds a week would be fine. But usually it's between like a half a pound and 1.5 pounds a week, which is a safe, slow process to lose. I also still want them eating enough to support their muscle mass, right? I just don't want them overeating. That medication should be there to, because a lot of people will eat really healthy and then have a cheat meal or, mess up their diet because it's really hard to be perfect for the amount of time it takes you to lose weight.
Right.
That's where the medication is used correctly.
To
It's
supplement
used
help.
to supplement help. So you're hitting your macros, you're hitting your targets. I want somebody not eating or not getting their protein in, And then a lot of people say, oh, well, people who maybe aren't counseled on this, they'll stop it. And then you hear a lot of things like, oh, people gain all their weight back and they gain even more than when they do it. Well, yeah, if you don't protect your muscle mass while you're on that, guess what you're doing? You're lowering your metabolism
Right.
because muscle needs energy to exist. So if you're starving your muscle and you're losing muscle, then technically when you get off of this medicine, you will turn food into fat quicker because your body doesn't need as much energy because it doesn't have as much muscle mass.
Right.
So I
And it's
counsel my patients on
considered a bounce back in the wrong direction. Okay.
exactly,
We're
exactly.